The Game Awards this year left us with a lot to talk about, most importantly of all the great games coming out next year and beyond. What's up guys, it's T and I'm here to present you with 15 games you want to keep an eye out for, all announced at the Game Awards 2024. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and without further ado, let's begin. At number 15 is Thick as Thieves. It's a PvP/PvE stealth multiplayer game where you're a thief who takes on several robbery missions with other players, or you can just go solo in a gloomy city based in the 1990s. The game is being developed from the creators of the Deus Ex series, so you can probably expect a solid game with a lot of narrative direction behind it. There's no release date just as yet, but it's coming out on the PC, Xbox Series X and S, and PlayStation 5. At number 14, we have Dave the Diver in the Jungle. Finally, Dave's going on another adventure. No collabs this time, just him, as the devs of Mint Rocket 1 introduced new locations and friends to the series. Dave's headed to the jungle and hopefully players get a new experience with the game. Can't see too much changing, but we'll just have to wait and see. The game is set for release next year on the PC, PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. And at number 13, we have Solasta II. First off, the first part of the trailer looked amazing, really good, got me excited about the game off the bat. Solasta II sticks to the tabletop turn-based RPG like its predecessor, but this time offers you a new dynamic in free roam exploration and player-driven narrative, allowing you to explore the map as you please. Very much a Baldur's Gate 3 feel to it, and looks like it's a step in the right direction. No release date coming for Solasta II just yet, but should be coming to the PC hopefully next year. At number 12, Split Fiction, and I will say this, if the game is anything like its developer Joseph Fast, it's going to be something special. Go check out his section at the Game Awards to see what I mean. Great guy. So it's a co-op action adventure game that has an interesting story behind it, where players are basically trapped in a simulation and have to help each other out to escape. The simulation has two worlds to it, a fantasy one and a sci-fi one, which you can go back and forth from using different abilities to navigate through entire levels. Like I said, it does look really interesting, and good news with this one, it's coming out on March 6th next year to PC, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series. And at number 11 is Project Sentry. This is coming from the creators of the Yakuza Like a Dragon series. Not much is known about the game as of yet, but not much is needed. It looks great and gives off amazing vibes with an early 20th century backdrop. And if you're basically taking the Like a Dragon series and putting it in 20th century Japan, I'm all for it. Can't wait for it to come out. No release date or platforms for this one, but most likely to come out on the PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. At number 10 is a new Virtua Fighter project, same devs as the last game on the list, Project Sentry, and oh boy, this is a treat. The last entry to the Virtua Fighter series came back in 2006. It's been ages, which is a shame really, because the Virtua Fighter series was pretty good. It was really liked as well. Sega's doing the right thing here and giving it to the Like a Dragon series creators shows that definitely a game I will be keeping my eyes out for, especially if it can add upon a series which for the most part used to run the arcade fighting game genre back in the days. No release date or platforms for this one, so keep your ears to the ground for any information. At number 9, we have Dipatch, a narrative-driven game with voice acting coming from Aaron Paul, the guy from Breaking Bad, Jeffrey Wright and Laura Bailey. So yeah, star galores in the voice acting department. You play as a failed superhero who's now a part-time dispatch agent, helping manage a team of superheroes to fight crime within the city. It's a very interesting idea, but with games like this, it's all about the story, and here's hoping it's compelling enough to make the idea really come to life. Dispatch is set to come out on the PC sometime next year. And at number 8, we have Game of Thrones Kingsroad. Gamers will be entering this open world strategy game with the story set during the 4th season of the show, where players are entrusted to help allies gain control of the Iron Throne via various means. From the trailer, it does look like you're gonna be a part of the Night Watch and close to fan favorite Jon Snow and many other characters from the TV series. The gameplay reminds me so much of Throne and Liberty, a game that came out earlier this year. It's just an uncanny resemblance sometimes, especially with the way the game plays or feels like it's gonna play. It's set to come out next year, but no platforms have yet been announced for it. At number 7 is Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. Anyone else enjoying these classic games coming back? Because it seems like we've been waiting for a Ninja Gaiden game for quite a while. Ragebound is going to be developed by Game Kitchen Studios, who are masters of the side-scrolling genre. They brought us Metal Slug and Streets of Rage, so yeah, they know what they're doing. Can't wait to try this one out with its stylight that pays respect to the retro pixel era and presumably will keep the same intensity as other Ninja Gaiden entries. The game is set for release next year on the PC, PlayStation 5 and 4, Xbox Series X and S, and the Nintendo Switch. And at number 6, we have got Tarkov Origins. Speaking yet again about another classic, Tarkov is coming back and is also being developed by Saber Interactive after their successful handling of Space Marines 2. Come on, you've got to be excited about that combination at least, as gamers will be back to the dino hunting with all types of weapons and combat maneuvers with a dash of survival elements mixed into it. Definitely got a lot there to be interested in, and honestly I just want to see more of it. The game is coming out on the PC, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series, hopefully sometime next year. And at number 5 is genDESIGN, which by the way is the name of the studio and not the game. This is one of those entries that piqued my interest in the Game Awards show. We don't know too much about it other than that it's being developed by the people who brought us the Shadow of Colossus, a great game in itself. It did look cool to see the giant mech and then the head detached as the adventurer tried to escape the common destruction. So in all, it definitely fulfills its role as a teaser trailer. There's no release date or platforms for this one, guys, but you already know it's going to be highly anticipated. At number 4, Onimusha, Way of the Sword. We're on a roll with classic games making a comeback. The game will be the next entry into the Onimusha series. Way of the Sword sees gamers fight yet again the Gemna demons in the once capital of Japan, Kyoto. It's a hack and slash, it's historical Japan, it's mythical artifacts that grant powers to fight demons. It's Onimusha, what more can I say? Capcom just seems to know what gamers want, I guess. The game is set to come out in 2026 to the PC, PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series. At number 3 is the Okami sequel. There are some announcements which are special in the gaming world, and this is one of them. Coming out of nowhere, Capcom yet again and the Clover Studio will be bringing us a sequel to the classic Okami game. I for one cannot wait for more information to come out about this game, as sadly all we can go on is the trailer for now. Definitely one to look out for. At number 2 we have Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet, a new IP from Naughty Dogs. And if we're just talking about visually from the trailers alone, it does look pretty good, with a story about being a bounty hunter in space. The potential for the game is there, it's just about the execution. Gamers will play as Jordan, a bounty hunter who's trapped on a planet called Semperia in this sci-fi RPG, who seems to be on a story of revenge while you fight against robotic mercs and other institutions. There is a lot of controversy surrounding the game right now, with people going back and forth as to comparisons with Concord. All I can say is to wait and let's see more. There's no release date for the game just as yet, but it will be a PlayStation 5 exclusive. And finally, at number 1 is Elden Ring NIGHTREIGN. From Software taking no breaks after the release of Shadow of the Erdtree, we're getting a new game that seems to have a battle royale element to it. The game will feature a new day and night cycle, with the objective being to progress to the 3rd day as enemies become increasingly more difficult after each day, concluding with a boss fight at the end after your progression from level 1 on the 1st day. It'll be set in an alternate version of the lands between, as gamers get the option to go multiplayer in a 3-man team, or just, you know, solo with AI companions as you explore and progress each day. It does seem really interesting, and I hope From Software succeeds with this new idea, because you know they can definitely deliver a great experience. The game is set to come out next year to the PC, PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series. I got one bonus game for you. The game is called Kiora, from the creators of Core Keeper. I think we can all see the inspiration it takes from Terraria. Definitely going to be heavy on the exploration and crafting, and if it's anywhere similar to Core Keeper, hey, I'm sold. No release date for now, but it's coming to the PC hopefully next year. And that is it for now. The Game Awards this year was something special and really took things up a notch. There were so much more games announced, but I just mentioned the ones I think you should look out for. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to give the video a like and subscribe, And until next time, stay blessed. Peace.